Auburn Blitz is now on the air, your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your host, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle,
Hello again, everyone, and welcome into the latest edition of the Auburn Blitz. Andy Graham and David Jones here with you. We'll be with you for the next hour, taking your phone calls, taking your comments, talking about everything going on in the world of Auburn athletics. It was a great weekend for Auburn as they went to Bud Walton Arena, and that was the quietest I have ever heard Bud Walton in my life, and rightly so, as Auburn destroys Arkansas 83-51. Got to talk about that game, obviously.
Yeah.
We got the national championship game tonight between Michigan and Washington. We got recruiting news. We got a fired offensive coordinator at Auburn. A lot going on, Dave.
Yeah, it is. It's crazy. Well, you know, Brett always uses the word fluid, and it's fluid every day in football.
Yeah.
I mean, it's unbelievable. We could have 2 shows a day and cover different material. But let's start. Well, now, before we get into basketball, Andy, I got to get this off my chest. If y'all take Auburn undercover, please read Jason Caldwell's Monday morning musings or whatever he calls it, his column.
Right.
Just spot on about NIL. And here's the thing, Andy, this thought came to me. These young guys making hundreds of thousands, even into the millions of dollars, and let's say 4 or 5 years from now, they don't make it in the NFL. So they show up for a job interview, and they say, wait a minute, I made $500,000 at Auburn playing football. And the guy's going to say, well, I hope you saved a lot of that because we don't pay that off the jump.
Right.
I mean, you know, stories like that down the road here are going to just manifest themselves because of what we have gotten ourselves into with this NIL and semi-pro college football. Okay, that's off my chest. So it's unbelievable. But anyway, check out Jason's column. Auburn basketball. And I told my wife Saturday morning, she always gets mad at me when I try to realistically look at things. I said, I don't know if we'll pull this game off today or not. I mean,
right.
You know, we went in #1 in the country 2 years ago, I think, and got blistered.
No, it was a good game. Right?
Yeah, it was. But, I mean, you could have heard a pin drop in Bud Walton in the second half. That never, and I'm sitting there going, please get over a 30-point lead. Please get over a 30-point lead. The largest loss in the history of Arkansas basketball on a home floor.
I mean, they stormed the court 2 years ago.
They stormed the exits this year. Wow. And, you know, Bruce made a point. Now, a lot of them
I don't want to overreact.
No.
I mean, look, it was a historic win. Because of the amount of the victory. Arkansas played terrible.
Yeah.
They have been struggling. Auburn comes in. We think Auburn is a pretty good team.
Yeah.
They played really well.
Yeah.
In a lot of different facets. We can look at the numbers, but again, Auburn's got a pretty good team.
We really do, Andy. And I said this the other day with Randy. It's just, and I have preached this from the jump, our depth. There's not another team in the country that's getting the production that Auburn's getting off their bench. And Jimmy Dykes talked about that on the telecast
Right.
Saturday. But when you you look down there at the minutes, 21, 25, 19, 24, 19, 13, 20, 21, 15. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
And Trey Donaldson, goodness gracious.
Well, Chad Baker-Mazar.
Yes, him too.
Had
That's
a
right.
great game.
The last 2 or 3 games.
Maybe a breakout game.
And Andy, of course, guess who's coming to dinner tomorrow night? Our friend Buzz Williams, who's had our number the last 3 or 4. I was playing at the Marriott last night, and the manager said, well, Texas A&M men are checking in tomorrow. I said, dang it. Why couldn't I play on Monday night? I like to chop it up with Buzz, but since I missed him on my football trip. But it doesn't get any easier. But, we've said this on the show many times. You must hold serve at home.
Right.
And steal the ones that you can on the road. Now, when we say steal on the road, we're talking about the Georgias, the Floridas, the Vanderbilts, those people. You steal an Arkansas or a Tennessee or a Kentucky or Texas A&M on the road, that's a big deal.
No doubt about it, for sure.
Yeah.
And it was a pretty interesting day around the SEC as it opened.
How about Ole Miss? Welcome to the league, Chris Beard.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and they had a great opening. I mean, they didn't really play a tough schedule.
They did.
But they, sometimes when you got a young coach, or a coach that's new to the program,
Yeah.
you come in, you set it up so that you can have some success early, and they did. And then they played a really good team, and they got
on the road
obliterated. That's kind of the way that works now.
Yeah.
What's South Carolina
Wow.
goes into, or Mississippi State plays with Mississippi State. They look better.
Who was undefeated.
Who was undefeated. So.
And Andy, right now, wouldn't you give South Carolina the nod on most improved team in the league from last year? They were horrible last year.
Well, yeah. I don't know. Maybe LSU.
Well, maybe LSU.
LSU was pretty horrible.
They were.
And they play so.
Yep.
This league's going to be really, really good. Auburn's, good teams are going to lose some games.
Yeah.
Bad teams are going to sneak up and win a game. I mean, teams that you wouldn't expect. So.
Well, Andy Todd Golden and them had a golden, pun intended, opportunity Saturday.
That's right.
Kentucky just snatched it at the end. Saturday week, I know we can talk about the schedule down the low. I think we got Texas A&M and LSU at home this week. Go to Vanderbilt. And then next Saturday night, Ole Miss coming into Neville. That's going to be crazy.
That will be. No doubt for sure. Yeah, the upcoming schedule, Texas A&M, LSU in Neville Arena. Got to go to Vanderbilt. Got to go. Ole Miss comes. Got to go to Alabama, and then got to go to Mississippi State. Lord willing, I will be at that game against Mississippi State.
Oh, I'm going to take a little road trip there.
Going to take a road trip and check that one out.
Yeah.
Got to hit the Little Dewey.
And see, I missed it. We got there kind of late, and the line was so long. I said, Andy's going to be mad at me. So we didn't do we went across the street to a place, and it wasn't very good. So if I'm ever back in Starkville, Little Dewey's on the must list.
List.
That's another thing that we can with my travels, I could give a food recommendation just about every trip. And that was year before last for us. That's a great trip. The hump's okay.
Yeah, it's
so old.
It's kind of like it's a little bit, if you remember, but it's a little kind of like Beard Eves
and Coleman.
It's kind of a throwback to the old 60s, 70s kind of
that's right.
arenas, but they'll update one day. We'll introduce this and then carry it over to the next segment. But Philip Montgomery out as Auburn offensive coordinator. Not that that's breaking news, but, I mean, thoughts?
Andy.
Did I not say on this show that he would eventually be the sacrificial lamb?
Yeah, you were correct.
Not that everybody else didn't see that coming, but.
And Andy, that also tells you and I and everybody else who was calling the majority of the plays this season. It wasn't Hugh Freeze. And hopefully he will be the predominant play caller next year. That's how he's made his money. That's what he's hung his hat on from day one. And I really think there was a rift there as the season rocked along. I think he was very frustrated. And so you're exactly right. Will there be some more? I know we'll talk about that in the next segment as well. Rumors swirl. One rumor not true that we kind of introduced last week. But, you hear all kind of stuff. But that's for sure. And Philip's a nice guy, but I think for the good of the program, and Hugh Freeze realized that going forward, it had to be done. Once again, sir, you were spot on.
Yes. And once again, somebody that has a guaranteed 3-year contract.
Yeah.
That's making $2 million a year, I think, is going to be riding off into the sun.
Here we go.
Not that, I mean.
Wasn't 27.
Yeah, but $4 million.
Yeah, that's $4 million. That's $4 million more than I got.
That's right. Plus the two he's already made.
Yeah.
Good for you, Phil.
Yep.
Go get another job, It's unbelievable.
Auburn is the place to be fired. There's no question.
I'm telling you. Got to take a break. Don't go anywhere. Love to hear from you. 256-234-6221. We'll be back with more right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Heritage South Credit Union in Alexander City is your community credit union, and they have been for over 80 years. Heritage South Credit Union proudly serves Tallapoosa, Coosa, Lee, Chambers, Randolph, and Chilton counties. From checking to business accounts, to share savings to club accounts, to their kids club and investments. Visit them online at myhscu.com. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for 80 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
When you need an automotive hero, you got to call S&S Discount Tire Pros. With locations in Alexander City and Dayville, we are here to serve you today. From quick services like oil changes and tire rotations to in-depth automotive repairs such as suspensions, brakes, and tune-ups, S&S can take care of all your tire needs. You just have to focus on what's important and love the drive. Call S&S Discount Tire Pros today. We are automotive heroes, and we are here to serve you.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards, Manitou and Landau Tritoons, and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
Russell Do-It Center and building supply stores have the tools and materials to get the job done right, whether you're a professional contractor or just a weekend do-it-yourselfer. With everyday customer conveniences like a drive-through lumberyard, price match promise, and our Best Rewards program, each of our 9 locations offer top brands and building materials like lumber, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. Visit today and see what Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply can help you build tomorrow.
Let's get serious. Let's get Arctic Air serious. You want your car and truck to live longer, don't you? Well, it's about maintenance. Same thing with Arctic Air. You see the number at the bottom of the screen? Call them right now. Let me tell you something. You want to be comfortable? We all want to be comfortable.
New year, new adventures. Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika is ringing in 2024 with sensational deals. Upgrade your drive with the powerful new Chevrolet Silverado 1500 Crew Cab. Now available with up to $11,500 off. And that's not all. You can purchase your roomy new Chevy Equinox as low as $329 a month. Visit Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika or explore these amazing deals anytime, anywhere, 24/7 on glennsmith.com.
Get ready to smile.
Welcome back to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you. About 45 more minutes left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. We are brought to you each and every day by some great sponsors. J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation. Give them a call today, 334-531-0199. No job too big, no job too small. Central Alabama Community College, great place to get a great education. Give them a look today. Got campuses, 4 locations: Alexander City, Talladega, Childersburg, and Prattville. And finally, Russell Do-It Center. 9 locations around Central Alabama for all your building supply, home decor, tools, whatever it might be. Go and check them out today. Russell Do-It Center. Got some comments, David.
Some great comments. A lot of folks watching today online too, Andy. Bubba has the comment of the day. Bubba Tatum, blowing Musclehead out was sweet. No shirts off for Saturday.
No, he's crying this time.
Andy, he walked out of his press conference. He finally had enough, folded his piece of paper up, and walked off the podium. Yeah. So, and they were, this is from, I think, Andy Burcham, evidently. They came out and practiced after the game while people were still in the arena.
Wow.
Unbelievable. My brother, rubbing it in, but he may be right. How do you guys do recall my national championship pick from week 0? I told him he was crazy. I do think Michigan's going to win tonight, but I hope Washington wins. But he picked Washington. Justin said, Andy, it's good to see you back.
Be back. It's good to be back.
How do you feel about portal recruiting? I think we need some more linemen on both sides. We could always use some more linemen, okay, for sure.
There's no question.
Stan, I know we're going to get into this in just a minute with the All-Star game, but Steve Stevens watched Walker White in High School All-American Bowl. Very impressive. He was. How many times did the ESPN announcer Tom Hart call Katie Johnson Eddie Johnson last Saturday? I counted 4. Great to see Jim Hardy echoing my thoughts. Great to see Coach Friesel be calling plays this season. And Lyles Griffin said that Auburn jumps to number 16 in the AP poll. That's a 9-spot jump. And my brother said Damian Craig, ? And Bubba said, please no. And then
We've already tried that one time.
Yeah, we did. Jim Hardy said Kent Austin. You know who Kent Austin is?
He's on. I think he's an analyst.
Okay.
At Auburn. That's you know, I mean, if we're going in the direction of Hugh Freeze calling the plays, which we all think we are, we'll make a hire like that.
Yes.
A lower tier.
That's right.
It won't be a big name at offensive coordinator.
Yep. Two more comments, Andy, real quick. Both of them good. Ty said, do y'all think tonight's Jim Harbaugh's last game? I predict he'll be the Chargers head coach next season. That's the rumor. And Kyle Hamby says, I'm about a day of no portal quarterback news away from convincing myself that Hank Brown's going to win the Heisman. That's a good one, Kyle. That one, your comment and Bubba's comment about Musclehead, they're comments of the day so far. But I'm with you, Andy, quickly on the OC hire. I hope it's somebody like that, an up-and-coming, bright young coach that can work in step with Hugh Freeze, but Hugh Freeze calls the plays. I think that's what we all should wish for.
I think that's what we'll say.
That's just me.
Let's go to the phone line.
Got a phone call, okay.
Hey, caller, you're on the Auburn Blitz.
War Eagle, guys. How y'all doing?
War Eagle,
hey,
how
Bo.
are you?
Doing fine. I was just going to, I'll be brief. I was talking about Walker White. I was looking at him. I watched that game, and he's a take charge guy. He looks like I think he said he's 6'4", about 220. Looked like a little larger version of Bo Nix. And that first throw that he made on that deep ball right there was just absolutely just right on time. And he looks like he's a take charge kind of guy. He'll run you over. And I think we're in good shape right there. Can't wait to see him.
Absolutely. I thought he absolutely looked pinpoint.
He did. He was elected a captain, Andy, and Bo. And Bo, the Bo Nix comparison, I hadn't thought about that. I think he's a better passer than Bo Nix. I do.
Well, he may be. We just seen just a little bit of him, but
that's right.
He threw a ball, and can throw it away, when necessary. Not making those. Throwing a pick six or anything like that, which Bo Nix was good about that, getting rid of it.
Yeah.
And keeping the turnovers down.
Yeah.
I'll let you go. I think we're in good shape right there, and I can't wait for that competition, because you need that competition big time.
Absolutely, Bo.
All right, War Eagle.
War Eagle.
War Eagle.
Andy, the knock on Walker White has been his competition level, because he played for that private school in Arkansas. But from Jason's comments and Christian's comments, that wasn't an issue last week. He was awesome from the jump.
And this is playing against the elite of, the high school products out there. He looked
bunch of 4 and 5 stars.
Yeah, no doubt. Got to take our second break here. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
L&G Ad Agency is the go-to vendor for all your digital and print marketing needs. We have in-house production for all projects, including graphic design, web design, social media marketing, videography, and print marketing. Our video production is up to industry standard with modern 4K cameras and drone capabilities. We pride ourselves in client-committed relationships, and every project is personalized to your needs. Visit lmgadagency.com for a free quote today. Let us tell your story.
Lake Martin Garage, located on Highway 280 in Jackson's Gap, has been serving our area since 1993. From routine maintenance such as oil changes, tune-ups, and rotating and balancing your tires, to transmission and engine repair, our trained and certified mechanics will get you back on the road better than before. Need a tow? With a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week towing service, Lake Martin Garage has local and long-range pickup. Trust your vehicle needs to the professionals at Lake Martin Garage. Call 256-825-6139, or better yet, stop in and see them today. Lake Martin Garage.
What's the verdict?
Can't fix your heat pump. Need a new one.
Uh-oh. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Daikin.
Call on Kevin Kill in Sunshine Heating and Air at 256-825-4849, Central Alabama's premier Daikin dealer.
So what's he thinking?
Oh, he's thinking Daikin.
Daikin, one of the top selling in the world.
Now I'm thinking Daikin.
Daikin. Comfort for life.
Passion, the obsession that burns within. Determination, the burning desire to make it. Drive, the motivation to be the absolute best. Skills, the tools to perform at the highest level. Excellence, the feeling of achievement. At Central Alabama Community College, you can release your passion, show your determination, display your drive, and showcase your skills to achieve excellence. Central Alabama Community College, central to you, central to your success.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes that are installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters. Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area. Lake Martin Mobile Detailing is the #1 auto and boat detailing company in Central Alabama. Don't trust your boat or vehicle to just anybody. Hire the professionals. Top-of-the-line ceramic coating, detailing, gel coat restoration, and paint correction gives you the options to take care of your vehicle the right way. Located at 702 McCarty Road in Dadeville, Lake Martin Mobile Detailing will have you riding in style. Call them today at 256-794-2328 for Superior Automotive and Boat Detailing.
J.A. Smith Construction is your trusted choice for construction site clearing and grading for new home construction, underground utilities and site work, concrete paving, storm drain installation, fish ponds, and slough dredging. No job is too big or too small. Call Alexander at J.A. Smith Construction at 256-896-1400 or email asmith@jasmithconstruct.com. J.A. Smith Construction, your trusted choice for construction.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you. Few more segments in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us each and every day, 12 to 1, right here on WOTM or YouTube, Facebook, however you choose to tune us in. What's going on, David?
Well, two more comments I want to hit real quick. We love the comments. Thank y'all for. My wife chimed in and said, I didn't know this. She always comes to me and said, did you know? And I'll say, yeah, already read that. But Bo Nix was one of Walker White's mentors and helped him in his decision to go to Auburn. I did not know that. That's awesome to know. And then Mike Means, this is a great comment. What percentage of the kids who enter the portal end up with no scholarship at all? No free school, probably missed the FAFSA deadline for aid. It's my fear that this level of discombobulation in their lives at this point lowers their potential for life lessons. Spot on, mic drop, whatever you want to say.
I think that's
okay.
Well said, for sure.
So, well, Andy, let's get into
how about Keontae Scott entering the transfer portal? That one I didn't see coming. And that one is a gut punch. I'm not going to lie. I mean, there's no way to spin that.
Now, well, what I'm hearing is he was mad because Hugh didn't tell him face to face that McGriff was leaving. He had to read it on Twitter. Well, boo-hoo. All right? Grow a pair. Get over yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. If that's the truth. Hope I'm not speaking out of line. But, I think that's a direct result of the McGriff departure. I do. They were tight. And that's the other thing about these kids. And here's the other thing. You recruit your butt off, and you get these kids in, and then the next year, you have to re-recruit half your roster. You didn't used to have to do that.
Oh, no.
So, and they try to keep him around, and it didn't work out. It's just, there again, that's that fluidity that every show we come on, there'll be somebody else in, somebody else out. It's just ridiculous. It just is, to me. So. But a gut punch is right. You're right.
Yeah, I mean, that one, again, recruiting is fluid, and transfer portal is fluid.
Daily.
So we'll see what happens with that. But there's a lot of guys out there. We don't have time to go into all the guys, and I don't know all the guys that Auburn's looking at, and the guys that will ultimately come in. We'll bring in some more. There's no doubt that Auburn will bring in probably some more offensive linemen, some more defensive linemen.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Hopefully.
Moving forward.
And let me say this real quick before you get on to the next.
Please.
I'm not that worried about our quarterback position. I'm not going to freak out because we didn't bring in a transfer. I mean, the bowl fiasco was awful.
Yeah.
Hank Brown is being touted as, he was playing against their third-team defense. Come on now. But he's talented. Gurner's talented. We know Walker White coming in is going to push all of them.
I was going to say, Walker White, I was thinking, this guy down the line, in year 2, year 3, whatever, may take over. And I'm thinking now maybe he may be a serious challenger this year.
And that's scary to think we'd start a freshman in the SEC. But once again, we've said this before on the show, Andy, we get into this panic mode with Hugh Freeze after 1 year, and you got to give a guy 2 years, 3 years, a guy that's worth his salt to get the thing going. We have to be more patient, and that's very difficult with what Alabama and Georgia are doing right now. Let's just be honest. Everybody wants to be on top.
No doubt.
So,
speaking of that, Michigan and Washington tonight, 6:30 on ESPN, the national championship game. This is something that, it's nice to see some different teams in the national championship game. It's nice to be able to sit back and watch a game like this and not have, to me it is, and not have have to worry.
Go ahead and say it, Andy.
I'm trying to be delicate here. I just like to watch good football and not have a vested interest in it.
That's right.
Because, now look, I'd love to have Auburn in there. But outside of that, I don't want to have to root against or root for. I just want to sit back and watch good football.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I told you off the air, Mama's got a roast in the crock pot right now. It's going to be a good night at the Jones house.
All right, so let's break it down. Okay. We got Michigan and what they did against Alabama, which was incredibly impressive to me. I thought, to be able to contain them the way they did and to be able to move the ball. But it's Washington slinging the ball around against a ball control Michigan offense and defense. It's kind of a very interesting and I don't know how you want to put it, collision of styles here. Yeah. How do you think this thing works out?
How do well, yeah, Penix is awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. But I just think Michigan's defense is just elite, especially their front line. If they can get to him and make him uncomfortable, and I think Michigan wins. I think it's a close game. I think Michigan will win the game.
You like Michigan? Mm-hmm.
Okay. I hope Washington wins because it's kind of hard to like Harbaugh. You know what I'm saying? But I just think Michigan's defense is going to be the difference.
They were impressive, I thought, but I'm telling you, Penix, man,
he's something else.
If you give him a second, he is so good.
Yeah.
Take a break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after these messages.
"76% of nurses say they went into the profession because they wanted to help patients. No matter the reason you decided to become a nurse, you have all the tools needed to advance your degree at Jacksonville State University. Our Master's in Nursing program is now offered fully online and can be completed in less than 2 years. You can customize a flexible course schedule so you can receive your advanced education degree all while working on the front line. JSU Nursing, your opportunity to advance your career and serve your community."
At C&T Electric, our clients are our priority. For the safety and security of your family and home, our technicians are professionally trained, drug tested, background checked, and wear uniforms with name tags. We're proud to have served the Elk City, Dadeville, and Lake Martin areas for the past 10 years. Give us a call at 256-234-0007 for all your electrical service and repair needs, or visit us on the web at www.cntelectricllc.com and spell out the word "and."
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Warning, the following Zaxby's ad contains content that may be upsetting to Philadelphians. Fried chicken on a Philly. Finally, the Philly done right. Zaxby's Fried Chicken Philly.
Woo, saucy! Zaxby's. Zaxby's new Philly. The garlic aioli, grilled peppers, and onions with melty cheese make it a Philly, but the chicken makes it Zaxby's. Try it fried or grilled. Woo, saucy! Zaxby's.
Lay your best to rest. Call the best. Lewis Pest Control.
Lewis Pest Control is now serving Alexander City and the entire Lake Martin area. They've been family owned and operated for over 60 years. Whether it's residential, commercial, or industrial, Lewis has environmentally safe products for all your pest control needs. Lewis Pest Control.
Lay your best to rest. Call the best. Lewis Pest Control.
Russell Do-It Center and building supply stores have the tools and materials to get the job done right, whether you're a professional contractor or just a weekend do-it-yourselfer. With everyday customer conveniences like a drive-through lumberyard, price match promise, and our Best Rewards program, each of our 9 locations offer top brands and building materials like lumber, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. Visit today and see what Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply can help you build tomorrow.
Bucks Island is your boating headquarters. Are you ready to hit the water and go boating this summer? Bucks Island has all kinds of boats, with one sure to fit exactly what you want. Fishing boats, sport boats, pontoon boats, and all with low monthly payments. Call 1-800-I'm-READY. Bucks Island Service Department experts are also here for you to keep your boat in top running condition. Call 1-800-I'm-READY. Don't be left standing on the bank this summer. Visit online at bucksisland.com and don't buy a boat till you get a Bucks quote.
Lake Area Realty specializes in Lake Martin real estate. They can help simplify your next real estate purchase or sell and have helped many home buyers and sellers through the area buy and sell real estate with precision. Lake Area Realty utilizes powerful marketing tools and knowledge of the lake to help you with your next move. Call your local hometown agency today. Lake Area Realty at 256-825-4800. That's 256-825-4800. Lake Area Realty, helping you find your way home.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy Graham and David Jones here with you. Just a couple of more segments left in today's show. Give us a call, 256-234-6221. We've got some breaking news, Dave.
We're breaking news. Defensive tackle Trill, where is it? Trill Carter just committed to Auburn, the Texas tackle out of the transfer portal. We were just talking about linemen.
Hey, you asked.
Bring him on.
And you received.
That's right. And everybody's clapping back over my Michigan prediction. So I'll be out on an island by myself. That's okay, everybody. No. Jim thinks that Washington wins, and people see who should have really won the Heisman. And John Dent, Washington won the Joe Moore Offensive Line Award. So with Washington's offensive firepower, it should be interesting. And then Kyle Hamby, over-under set at 10 on how many times Buzz gets on the court tomorrow night. And I replied, between Buzz and Bruce, they could play 6-on-6 because they'll both be on the court all night. Bruce stays on the court as much as anybody. He's hilarious.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Buzz is a piece of work. I love the way Buzz coaches. Me and my buddy Jeff Hines are both big Buzz Williams fans. Like the way he runs his program. But they've had our number, the last 4 times? 3 or 4?
Is that, yeah.
And so it's payback time tomorrow night. And the students will be back. Look, I went to 3 games over the holidays where they let anybody sit in the jungle. And I'm glad some of those older folks like me got to be a part of being in the jungle. But they can't replace those students.
Oh, no.
The energy and the electricity is not even close when those nuts get in there and make noise. So
that's what makes it. That's what makes it what it is.
That's exactly right. And they'll be back on campus because class starts again, I think, on Wednesday. So students back on campus for that game tomorrow night. Can't wait. I got my tickets ready to go. Yeah.
Hopefully that'll be great. Again, you can't have enough defensive linemen.
Goodness.
Great defensive linemen.
Yeah.
We need bodies.
Yeah.
Because that middle all of a sudden is looking a little thin. So, got to have some guys come in and I love the mix now of some elite high school talent with maybe some older guys to mentor them and to mend some. To fill in some holes. We need, I think, a couple more on the offensive line. That would be good. But a guy like DeAndre Carter that you saw in this All-Star game, that's a guy that maybe you could come in and play immediately.
Andy, that quote about him from Christian Clemente, about he's the sweetest kid. But he's not sweet on the field.
Right.
I like that. Hey, and secondary too now.
And offensive lineman.
Yeah.
You want a guy that's got a mean streak.
Absolutely. Hey, I love these kids that are nice off the field, cordial, polite, all that kind of stuff. Put the pads on. I've coached some kids like that. Just as nice as they could be, put them in pads. You don't want to have nothing to do with them.
Right.
Because they will rip your head off. And evidently that's the case with Mr. Carter. And I've said this before. Randy echoed this. You know, I think that's our very first modern day commitment. You get a guy from modern day, you can count the top 5 high school programs in the country over the last 30 years, modern day's in there. And to get one of those cats speaks volumes of our recruiting.
And a guy from IMG.
Yes, absolutely.
In the same class.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
You talk about an
Wouldn't have
upgrade.
sniffed that in the last 4 or 5 years. So.
But we talked about Walker White. You know, he comes in to an all-star game with the most elite talent. You know, you got 2 all-star games, but the elite talent around the country, and he's the top quarterback. Yeah. He may not have come in as the top quarterback, but once he gets there, he basically takes control of the room
From day one,
That's
Andy.
the kind of guy you want.
Practice and the
leading
game.
your program.
You know. Well, a lot of guys come into these all-star games and they have really good practice sessions, not so good of a game, or really bad practices, but then they do some great things in the game. He from arriving to getting in the car and leaving, he was top-notch the entire time, as told by his teammates and the coaches and scouts, people that were there.
Right.
So, going to be
and it's not just attitude and mindset,
Oh, no.
it's physical as
Absolutely.
well.
He's well put together.
Yeah. So it's all around.
Yep.
DeMarcus Riddick, we know it. I mean, this guy, he's a 5-star type. I mean, he was listed as a five, you know, high 4, low 5, whatever you want to call it. But when you look on, you see what he does. He's all over the field. The athleticism is easy to see. Linebacker is going to be.
Yeah.
I mean, this was a haul at linebacker for Auburn.
Yep. Absolutely.
Some, you know, a name that people might not know a lot about, Kinsley Faustin. He looked good as well. We need as many defensive backs to fill in because Auburn's going to be depleted now. Yeah. Losing DJ James.
Yep.
Losing Jalen Simpson. Nehemiah Pritchett as well. That's a
possibly Scott. Hopefully that's
hopefully maybe we can turn Scott around. Maybe he hasn't. Maybe he just announced he was going to enter and he hasn't entered yet.
Yeah. A lot of conflicting information on that deal.
Yeah.
It'll settle itself in the next 48 hours.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe.
Got to take a break. We'll be back with our final segment right after these messages.
When drinking, take a sober ride home, not someone's life. Alabama has a code of the road, and knowing it helps you follow it. This is a message from your Alabama Department of Transportation.
J.A. Smith Construction is your trusted choice for construction site clearing and grading for new home construction, underground utilities and site work, concrete paving, storm drain installation, fish ponds, and slough dredging. No job is too big or too small. Call Alexander at J.A. Smith Construction at 256-896-1400 or email asmith@jasmithconstruct.com. J.A. Smith Construction, your trusted choice for construction.
SignSource is your local vendor for commercial and residential sign manufacturing and installation. We offer all kinds of lighted and non-lighted signage, from retail signs, LED message centers, event banners, vehicle wraps, the whole spectrum. We also offer service and repair on existing signs, as well as retrofitting to LED or installation of outsourced signage. We have the knowledge necessary to fulfill all of your signage needs in the short or long term. Visit signsourcenow.com to get started.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
Chick-fil-A is always the best option when you're on the go, but they are also great when it comes to planning your next event, from tailgating to birthday parties to weddings. Call Chick-fil-A Alexander City at 256-289-7955 for catering or order on the Chick-fil-A app. Make sure to choose the Alexander City location and have your catering order ready to go. Nugget trays, mac and cheese trays, fruit trays, cookie trays, gallons of our famous lemonade or tea, and chilled grilled chicken sub sandwiches, and a lot more options. Make it Chick-fil-A Alexander City for your next event.
Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Passion, the obsession that burns within. Determination, the burning desire to make it. Drive, the motivation to be the absolute best. Skills, the tools to perform at the highest level. Excellence, the feeling of achievement. At Central Alabama Community College, you can release your passion, show your determination, display your drive, and showcase your skills to achieve excellence. Central Alabama Community College, central to you, central to your success.
For more than 40 years, Ingram Equipment Company has helped companies, towns, and cities with their dirtiest, most challenging jobs by providing the very best equipment and by helping them keep in tip-top working condition. IEC represents leading manufacturers such as Heil garbage truck bodies, Timco sweepers, Step pothole patchers, and many more. We proudly support all athletes and teams that compete across the state and wish them good luck this year. Ingram Equipment Company, ingramequipment.net.
Catch a ride, not a buzz.
Hey, can you come get me?
Being buzzed still counts. Alabama has a code of the road, and knowing it helps you follow it. This is a message from your Alabama Department of Transportation.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here closing things out to 1 o'clock. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. Look, I mean, again, a lot going on around the Auburn program. You think it's a dead time. We're at the end of the season for college football, but, man, basketball at Auburn University, it ain't what it used to be.
No.
It's a lot. It's a lot to talk about today. There's a lot going on. The transfer portal makes it a year-around recruiting.
12 months.
You gotta talk about it. Spring football will be here before you know it. It's just kind of a crazy time.
Andy, did you see Dick Vitale's tweet?
I did not.
He said, "My team of the day is at Auburn men's basketball at Coach Bruce Pearl." What they did at Arkansas was
How could you not?
Yeah.
Look, I turned on. I had some other things going on, but I turned on SEC Now on after the game or after that game. What was that day? I guess that was Saturday, right?
Yeah, Saturday.
So I turned that on, and it's like they're talking about South Carolina. They're talking about what LSU. They're talking about Alabama, this and that. And I'm saying, what? Auburn goes into Arkansas and beats. I mean, did they miss that? It was
You just
30.
missed. You just missed that segment.
I mean, what are you? And Auburn was like the third or fourth team they talked about, and I was like, okay, but that was. I mean, Bud Walton has just been a nightmare to go into play forever.
And not just for us, for everybody.
No, for everybody.
Yeah.
And for Auburn to go in there and do that, that was just incredibly impressive.
It really was. And you know, Jeff Hines, you know, we're having him on Thursdays now. We're going to chop up basketball every Thursday, which I love. You know, he was on with me and Randy Thursday, and he said, I'm not ready to go out on a limb and say this team can win it all. But he wanted to go there, but he didn't quite. And I'm not going there either. But right now, I wouldn't bet against Auburn in anybody's gym, anywhere. So, but let's just keep the Neville magic going.
Oh, yeah.
And because, you know, Andy, we even said this about some of the good teams Auburn's had. We have to learn how to win on the road. You know, my wife and I have this discussion all the time. I said, honey, you have no idea. Even on the high school level when I coached, on the road's tough. Can you imagine that level of on the road? I mean, it's just very difficult. So what we did Saturday was unprecedented. Arkansas will burn that tape, and
oh, yeah.
But they won't forget that butt whipping for a long, long time.
No. No. They won't be. They may be storming the court again if they ever get a chance to beat us. We'll see. It is the 8th of January, 2024. Hard to believe, but my first show of the year. Is it my first show of the year?
Yes.
Maybe it is.
Yeah.
How about 1945 on this day, Kentucky defeated Arkansas State 75-6.
Good gosh.
They held them to. It was an NCAA low at the time. May still be 75-6. Kentucky to Arkansas State.
That's hard. To
1972, the NCAA announces that freshmen can play in the fall. You know, freshmen not being able to play.
That's all sports, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about 1984, the tournament expanded to 64 teams. I liked it at 64. I think they should have just left it.
Yeah, the little playing games are. And still, Andy, in my opinion, because I'm a basketball junkie, the greatest sporting event in the world. Just to me, just because it lasts a while, the brackets, the upsets, it's hard to beat.
It's pretty fun. 1980 or the 19 I said that. The year 2000, the Music City Miracle took place today. Frank Wycheck to Denson, I think it was. Dyson. 22-16, the Titans defeat the Bills. And Frank Wycheck just died.
That's right.
A couple of weeks ago.
He sure did. Yeah.
Kind of unexpectedly, for sure.
Yep.
Happy birthday today, Elvis Presley.
Yeah.
Speaking of the GOAT.
Thank you very much.
Yes. David Bowie, he ain't bad as well. He was he was out there.
Bowie's duet with
Bing Crosby.
Yeah, the crooner. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Bruce Sutter, Hall of Famer. Baseball, 1953. Dwight Clark, The Catch. Joe Montana, Dwight Clark.
Yep.
It's iconic. You see it all the time. That in the Super Bowl, 1957. He passed away earlier than expected as well, 2018. Jason Giambi, he was kind of a cheater, though. pretty good.
Yeah.
But he's kind of a cheater. And Jeff
Frank
Coor.
Yeah.
Frenchie.
Yeah.
Born on this day, 1984. That's going to wrap it up for us. Thank you so much for being with us. Randy and Brett with you tomorrow. Be sure to join them. He's David. I'm Andy. So long for now. We'll talk again soon.